Before you wonder whether these words are meant for you, be still for a moment and let your heart listen before your mind begins to question. There have been countless times when you believed no one noticed the tears you refused to show, the prayers you whispered when no one else was around, and the courage it took simply to rise each morning. Yet I have never looked away. I have been closer than your next breath through every victory, every disappointment, every unanswered question, and every quiet night when you searched for hope. Today I am reminding you of something your weary heart has almost forgotten. You have never walked through a single moment alone. My child, I know the weight you have been carrying. I know how often you smiled so others would not see the heaviness inside you. I know how many times you encouraged everyone around you while secretly wondering who would encourage you. Even when your lips remained silent, your heart spoke clearly to me. I heard every unspoken prayer. I understood every emotion you could not explain. Nothing about your life has ever been hidden from my sight. You have asked why certain seasons lasted longer than you expected. You wondered whether I had forgotten the promises you believed I placed inside your heart. You questioned whether your waiting had any purpose at all. Listen carefully, because this truth can change the way you see everything. Waiting is never wasted when it is placed in my hands. While you thought nothing was happening, I was preparing what your eyes could not yet see. I was strengthening your character, shaping your faith, and teaching your heart to trust me beyond what your circumstances could explain. Many people search for instant answers because they believe speed is the same as progress. But I see farther than today. I know what tomorrow requires from you. If I answered every prayer the moment you asked, you would receive blessings your heart was not yet prepared to protect. I do not delay because I enjoy watching you struggle. I prepare because I love you too deeply to give you something before the right season arrives. Think about the storms you have already survived. At the time, they felt impossible. You believed you would never recover from certain disappointments. You thought some doors closing meant your future had ended. Yet today, you are still standing. You have learned lessons that comfort could never teach. You have discovered strength you never knew you possessed. You have become more compassionate because of the pain you endured. You have become more patient because of the waiting you experienced. What once felt like defeat became part of the foundation I am building beneath your life. Do not measure your future by your present feelings. Feelings change like the wind, but my faithfulness never changes. There will be mornings when confidence comes easily and nights when uncertainty tries to steal your peace. Do not let temporary emotions become permanent conclusions. Keep returning your thoughts to my promises instead of your fears. Every time you choose hope over despair, you strengthen your spirit. Every time you choose forgiveness over bitterness, you make room for peace to grow. Every time you choose gratitude instead of complaint, you begin seeing blessings that were always around you. You often ask me for direction while overlooking the quiet wisdom I have already placed before you. Slow down. Listen more carefully. Peace is not found by running faster than your problems. Peace is found by walking beside me one step at a time. Stop comparing your journey with someone else's. I never asked you to become another person. I created you with a purpose that belongs only to you. Comparison steals joy because it shifts your eyes away from my plan and onto someone else's path. Do not fear the chapters you have not yet lived. Tomorrow is already in my hands. I am not surprised by anything that lies ahead of you. The opportunities, the conversations, the answers, and even the challenges are already known to me. Instead of carrying tomorrow's burdens today, allow today's grace to strengthen you. You were never created to carry everything by yourself. Lay your worries before me. When you release what you cannot control, you make room for my peace to fill your heart. Remember this: whenever discouragement whispers that you are not enough, I did not choose you because you were perfect. I chose you because I love you. My love has never depended on flawless performance. It has always been rooted in my unchanging character. Even when you stumbled, I continued reaching toward you. Even when you doubted yourself, I never doubted the purpose I placed within you. I see not only who you are today, but also who you are becoming. Do not ignore the small acts of obedience that seem insignificant. A kind word spoken at the right moment can heal someone carrying invisible wounds. A simple act of forgiveness can free your own heart from chains you did not realize you were wearing. A quiet prayer offered in faith can change the direction of an entire day. Never underestimate what I can accomplish through willing hearts that trust me in ordinary moments. I am inviting you today to stop living as though hope is something fragile. Hope rooted in me does not disappear when circumstances become difficult. It grows stronger because it is connected to a source greater than the storm itself. Hold firmly to that hope. Let it shape your decisions, your words, your relationships, and your expectations. The life I am leading you toward is not built on fear, but on trust. If these words have reached your heart today and you choose to place your confidence in me again, write, "Yes, Lord, I trust you," in the comments. Let that declaration remind both your heart and someone else who reads it that hope is still alive. Stay with me until the very end of this message, because what I will reveal next will help you understand why the battles you survived were preparing you for blessings you have not yet imagined. Do not allow the silence around you to convince you that I have become silent. There is a difference between my silence and my absence, and I have never abandoned you. Even in the moments when you believed nothing was changing, I was moving in ways your eyes could not yet recognize. The greatest works I accomplish often begin where human eyes see nothing at all. Just as a seed grows beneath the soil long before anyone celebrates its harvest, I have been working beneath the surface of your life. What appears still is often being prepared for something greater than you imagined. There have been days when you questioned your own strength. You wondered how much longer you could continue carrying responsibilities that seemed heavier than your heart. You smiled because you did not want others to worry, but inside you were asking whether relief would ever come. I heard those silent questions. I collected every tear you tried to hide. I understood every sigh that no one else noticed. Never believed that your quiet suffering escaped my attention. I was beside you through every difficult morning and every restless night, giving you strength that you did not even realize was mine. The world often measures success by what is visible. It celebrates applause, recognition, and achievement. But I look much deeper. I see your character when no one is watching. I see your honesty when lying would have been easier. I see your kindness when people give you reasons to become bitter. Those quiet choices matter more than you realize because they shape the person you are becoming. Greatness is not built in public moments alone. It is formed through faithful decisions made in private. Do not allow disappointment to harden your heart. Pain always tries to convince you that protecting yourself means closing yourself off from love, hope, and compassion. But a closed heart cannot fully receive the peace I desire to give. Keep your heart soft. Forgive even when it feels difficult. Choose mercy when revenge seems easier. Continue believing that goodness still matters. These choices may appear small, yet they create a foundation that no storm can easily destroy. Some prayers have remained unanswered because I am answering a deeper prayer you have not yet recognized. You asked me to change your circumstances while I have been transforming your heart. You asked for immediate solutions, while I have been giving you lasting wisdom. You asked for comfort, while I have been preparing you for purpose. There are blessings that only mature hearts can carry without losing them. That is why your journey has included lessons that seemed difficult at the time, but will become precious as you look back. Never mistake delay for denial. There are doors I've kept closed because they would have distracted you from what truly matters. There are opportunities I allowed to pass because they were not aligned with the future I prepared for you. Trust me enough to believe that every "not yet" carries the possibility of a greater "yes" in the right season. I do not remove good things from your life to leave you empty. I remove what is temporary so you can receive what endures. When fear whispers that you are falling behind, Remember that your journey is not a race against another person's timeline. I wrote your story with wisdom before you understood your own name. What I have prepared for you does not depend upon comparison. It depends upon faithfulness. Stay where I have planted you until I tell you it is time to move. Growth takes place in seasons, and every season has purpose, even the one that feels ordinary. There will always be voices trying to fill your mind with doubt. Some will tell you that your dreams are too large. Others will remind you of your failures more than your possibilities. Do not let those voices become louder than mine. Fill your heart with truth every day. Speak words that build faith instead of fear. Choose gratitude before anxiety. Choose prayer before panic. Choose trust before worry. Every decision you make either strengthens peace or strengthens fear. Choose the path that leads you closer to me. Remember the people I have placed in your life. Some are there to encourage you, while others teach you through challenges. Do not become resentful because someone misunderstood you. Not every person will recognize what I placed inside you, and they do not have to. Your identity is not determined by human approval. Your worth is established by my love, and my love never changes with opinions, successes, or failures. I also want you to understand that strength is not pretending everything is perfect. Real strength is bringing your weakness before me instead of hiding it. I already know the places where you struggle. I already know the fears you try to bury beneath busy schedules and smiling faces. Bring them to me honestly. There is no freedom in pretending. Freedom begins when you trust me with the truth of your heart. Do not spend your days chasing peace in places that cannot provide it. Money has its place. Success has its purpose. Relationships are valuable gifts, but none of them can replace my presence. When you build your life upon temporary things, fear grows because temporary things eventually change. Build your heart upon my promises, and you will discover a peace that remains even when circumstances shift around you. Every challenge you overcome becomes a testimony that can strengthen another person someday. The comfort I give you during hardship is not meant to stop with you. Share kindness freely. Encourage those who feel forgotten. Pray for those who have lost hope. Sometimes, the very words you needed yesterday become the words someone else desperately needs today. Let your life become evidence that hope survives even after difficult seasons. Do not worry about carrying tomorrow before tomorrow arrives. Receive today's grace fully. Be thankful for today's breath, today's opportunity, today's lesson, and today's chance to begin again. I am already waiting in your tomorrow, just as I am present with you now. You never have to walk into the future by yourself because I go before you, beside you, and behind you. Lift your eyes above your circumstances and remember who walks with you. I am still writing your story. The chapter you are living now is not the conclusion. What feels unfinished today will one day reveal my faithfulness in ways that will leave you filled with gratitude rather than regret. If your heart chooses to keep trusting me after hearing these words, write, I believe your plan is good in the comments. Let your declaration encourage someone who may be struggling today. Stay with me until the final part, because I am about to reveal why the future I have prepared for you is greater than the fears you have been carrying, and I do not want you to miss the hope that is waiting just ahead. Do not think for a single moment that your journey has reached its greatest chapter. What you have seen until now is only a small part of the story I have been writing over your life. There are blessings you have not imagined, opportunities you have not discovered, and moments of peace you have not yet experienced. But before those blessings arrive, I want you to understand something that will protect your heart for the rest of your life. The greatest gift I desire to give you is not found in possessions, achievements, or recognition. The greatest gift is becoming the person I created you to be. My child, never measure my goodness only by what I place into your hands. Measure it by what I am shaping within your heart. A blessing can be lost if the heart receiving it is not prepared. Success can become a burden if wisdom does not guide it. Influence can become dangerous if humility is absent. That is why I have been working inside you before changing everything around you. I care about your future too deeply to build it on a weak foundation. There were moments when you believed I had forgotten your prayers because the answers did not come as quickly as you expected. Yet every season carried purpose. While you were asking for open doors, I was teaching you discernment. While you were praying for strength, I was allowing your faith to grow through perseverance. While you were asking for certainty, I was inviting you into deeper trust. The lessons you learned through waiting will protect the blessings that are coming. Do not become discouraged when life seems slower than the plans you imagined. The world celebrates speed, but wisdom often grows patiently. A tree that grows too quickly develops shallow roots. When strong winds arrive, it struggles to remain standing. But the tree whose roots grow deep survives storms that others cannot endure. I have been growing your roots where no one else could see them. Your strength has not come from comfort. It has been formed through trusting me one day at a time. There are people you have already forgiven who never apologized. There are disappointments you survived without fully understanding them. There are dreams you surrendered because you trusted that I could see farther than you. None of those choices were wasted. Every act of forgiveness protected your peace. Every step of obedience strengthened your character. Every moment you chose faith over fear became another stone in the foundation I am building beneath your life. Do not allow bitterness to return to your heart. Bitterness promises justice but quietly steals joy. It keeps your eyes fixed on yesterday while I am calling you toward tomorrow. Release what you cannot change. Forgive those who hurt you, not because their actions were acceptable, but because I refuse to let your future remain chained to your past. Freedom begins when you trust me enough to place every wound into my hands. Remember that every new morning is another opportunity to begin again. Yesterday does not have the authority to define who you become today. If you stumbled, rise again. If you failed, learn from it and continue forward. If fear has followed you for years, let today become the day you choose courage instead. I never asked you to carry perfection. I invited you to walk faithfully, trusting that my grace is greater than your weakness. As you continue through life, guard your thoughts carefully. What you repeatedly think eventually shapes what you believe. What you believe influences the choices you make. Fill your mind with truth instead of constant fear. Spend more time in gratitude than in complaint. Speak words that bring life instead of words that create hopelessness. Encourage those around you because encouragement has the power to heal hearts you may never fully understand. Do not overlook the people I place across your path each day. Sometimes the answer to another person's prayer arrives through your kindness. A listening ear, a gentle word, a sincere smile, or a quiet prayer can become the beginning of someone's restoration. Never underestimate the influence of simple acts done with genuine love. The world changes one faithful heart at a time. You have often wondered whether your life truly matters. Let me answer that question once and for all. Your life has value because I created you with purpose. Your worth has never depended on how much you own, how many people admire you, or how many mistakes you have made. Your worth comes from my love, and my love does not change with circumstances. Carry this truth into every conversation, every decision, and every season ahead. When you know who you are in me, you stop chasing approval from people who cannot define your identity. The future before you will contain both joyful days and difficult ones. That is part of living in this world. But hear this clearly, you will never face those days alone. I will continue giving wisdom when you seek it, strength when you feel weak, peace when anxiety rises, and hope when the path seems uncertain. Keep returning to me, not only when you need something, but because relationship with me is where lasting peace is found. Continue choosing integrity even when compromise appears easier. Continue choosing kindness even when others become harsh. Continue choosing truth even when lies seem more profitable. Continue choosing faith even when your eyes cannot yet see the outcome. These choices may seem unnoticed by the world, but they shape a life that stands firm through every season. And whenever blessings begin to overflow in your life, remain humble. Remember the days when you depended completely upon my strength. Let success make you more grateful, not more proud. Let abundance make you more generous, not more selfish. The blessings I place into your hands are also opportunities to bless others. Become the kind of person who reflects my love through both words and actions. Now I ask you to carry these truths beyond this moment. Do not simply hear them, live them. Let forgiveness become your habit. Let gratitude become your language. Let hope become your daily expectation. Let faith become the foundation beneath every decision you make. When you live this way, peace will not depend upon perfect circumstances because your confidence will rest in me. If these words have strengthened your heart today, write Amen. I will walk with you in the comments as your declaration of faith. If this message brought peace to your heart, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may be praying for hope today. And if you feel blessed by these words and would like to help this ministry continue reaching hearts around the world, you can support the channel in whatever way you feel led. Thank you for staying until the end. I pray these words continue to guide your choices, strengthen your faith, and remind you every day that you are deeply loved, never forgotten, and never alone. Walk forward with confidence, because I am with you, and I will remain faithful every step of the way.